Hello and welcome back to Lord Fenton Gaming Plays Neverwinter Night Witch's Wake. I'm your host Lord Fenton, and it's part 2 of the Witch's Wake module. We're going to go ahead and explore some areas, die twice, one on accident, one on purpose, and get some minor loot on the way. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so be updated more. Let's go ahead and explore this cave. Now, about this cave, you're going to be seeing a lot of goblin versus kobold action. And by the way, you cannot interact with these doors at all. They're just there for a display. Now, up ahead will be a treasure room. If you want to, you could eat some of the traps, break down the doors. However, since I'm a monk for now, I'm not going to do it. So if you're a rogue, this room is definitely for you. It has minor treasure. If I remember right from years ago, I actually went there with my ranger. You know, I ate a trap, so that's not bad. I could have done was eat a trap, die, and then get resurrected. Oh, we're going to talk about that in a bit. Yeah, there's two forms of death in this game. But first of all, we see some more goblin versus kobold action. Yeah, I'm going to try to explore as much as I can. I'm going to probably die on purpose just to show you one of the death systems. Yeah, there's two of them like I said. One is before the Night Hag, and another one is after the Night Hag visit. Yeah, the one after you need to worry about the most. But for now, I'm just being a little bit sneaky and being careful. And I made a mistake of actually going in instead of just waiting for the two sides, you know, just to kill each other off. I should have did that hindsight, but oh well. I'm having fun. I'll see you after.
Make this fight count! It will be your last!
Now, when you do die before visiting the Night Hag, you won't get experience penalties or anything like that. It's just like a little slap on the wrist. You get back to the field of battle where you first arrived, and there's the rag picker. And by the way, the rag picker will not sell you additional rings anymore. Unfortunately, otherwise I would start the video here. So we'll go ahead and go back to the main quest and get to the mountain cemetery. Yeah, that is where the Night Hag's house is at. And you could die many times as you want to for this part of the game until you get to the Night Hag. And then it's death system number 2 kicks in. Yeah, number 1 will be kicked out by then. Still, this is like really fun and I love this module. Yeah, unfortunately they didn't go beyond the first part. I'll explain more of that at the end of this Witch's Wake module. But for now, this is where you need to go for the mountain cemetery. As soon as I zone in, there's going to be some wonderful dialogue. I'll show you some good loot too. Use the timestamps for the loot and more. I'll return.
A quiet sanctity seems to grace this well-tended cemetery, permeating it like the chill mountain mists. Lichens crust some of the older headstones, lending them a dash of pale green color. This is holy ground, and a part of you feels hesitant to disturb it. Dwarven runes are chiseled rough and deep into the stone. A message in the common tongue has been engraved below them by a lighter hand. Gunther Blauhart, killed in the Battle of Steinfar's Folly. A handprint, large and coarse, seems to have been pressed into the stone. A brief message is inscribed below. Travel on, sojourner. Travel on.
Make this fight count! It will be your last!
A bas-relief scene depicts a battle upon the ramparts of an elven citadel. A lone elf, his head thrown back in laughter, holds off the attacking horde. The scene is described in graceful script below. Here lie the remains of Fenimore Ailed, last of the Glee Riders.
Now, those rusty items, I'll show you how to restore in a future Witch's Wake video, but for now, this is where you meet the Night Hag. There'll be a whole bunch of things going on, so let's go inside. Now, first thing you want to do is definitely read this gravestone. This is very important. You get some nice experience points out of it too. And here we go.
This headstone is not yet fully engraved. Stone chips lie scattered about the floor, intermingling with the arcane symbols traced in sand. A chill goes up your spine as you brush away some of the dust.
Yeah, that gravestone was seriously messed up. Still, we got some nice experience points out of it. We'll ignore the black thing on the floor for now. Let's go ahead and speak with the Night Hag. I definitely want some answers.
Her eyes a milky white against her pale green flesh, the Night Hag stares at something unseen upon the table, seemingly oblivious to your presence. She seems young and attractive, not like a hag at all. Suddenly, she's there before you, her white eyes piercing deep into your soul. So it's you the fate sent back to me, is it? They could have done worse, I suppose.
That was a lot to absorb, and oh my goodness. So our next task is actually go ahead and investigate that black leak. But for now, we're going to go ahead and grab this. Now, this item is very important in case you wanted to use some outside the mountain cemetery. I'll explain about that a bit more when we get further in the video. And great idea to grab the healing kits too. You're going to definitely need them. Looks like there's no regular healing potions in the game unless you have to craft a few. Now you could go ahead and interact with the books too. I'm going to grab this for now, the Night Hag's Tome. I might as well anyways. You may never know. And there we go. So next part of the video, in order to advance the story, is to interact with that black leak thing. Yeah, that thing that's sticking on the ground, everyone. Still, you get experience points for just doing that, so that's why I love this module. So let me go ahead and get some free experience points, learn more about the story, and what is going on. I'll return after all that is done with.
Negative energy streams through a tiny fissure, escaping into this world from the Plane of Sorrows.
Now that is done and over with, so we got one more task to do, is talk to the Night Hag. Yeah, we're going to learn some more information and also get into the next area of the story.
The Night Hag nods approvingly. The leak knows you now, and I will be able to use it to help you return to the land of the living. If you find more in your travels, be sure to let them taste you as well. You are surprised to find yourself standing on solid ground again. You still feel as if you are floating. Far below you, you can hear the flow of water and distant screams. The depths of Stygia, you presume. Though you cannot see her, you can hear the Night Hag's voice inside your head. You stand on the Isle of the Dead. The sounds below are those of the river Styx, which flows ultimately to Stygia. Lost souls will occasionally come to this island as it lies at the border of my domain. They will be unable to pass through the gates you see before you, but you may speak with them if you wish. Some of these lost souls may still cling to virtue, petitioning you to perform some noble deed. But death changes the hearts of men. Many are but vengeful spirits, intent on wreaking havoc in the world. Remember, they cannot hurt you in this place, nor can you hurt them. You are safe here in my care.
Now, death system number 2 kicks in, so when you die here, you arrive at this area. You die too many times, especially you're in your own cage, and it's game over. Now, if you grab the axe from the battlefield, definitely talk with this dwarf and give it to him for more experience points. Other than that, go ahead and speak with the dwarf. I'll return after.
Pale and wispy, this ghostly dwarf bears a horrible gash down his left side. His entrails dangle from the broken bridge into the vast darkness below. The uniform he wears is all too familiar to you. He reaches for you, his eyes manic.
"Witchbane!"
He cries.
"Ye brought it with ye, didn't ye? The axe?"
"Ye did.
Aye, I can feel it in me very bones. Give it to me. I need it." The Night Hag's voice, soft and confident, returns to you. This is a tree of life. I planted it here long ago, and it is what gives me my power in this place. Its roots descend all the way to the Styx below. You need only touch its branches, and it will grant you passage from this island back over the river Styx.
Well, I did. I got most of the experience by going through this story. Yeah, just trust me. Combat, you don't get much. So let me go ahead and level up and try and remember my sheet of paper where I wrote down about this Kama Strong Monk build. So I'm going to go ahead and pick fighter since I am 1 feet short. So I'll have to go ahead and improvise. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and do discipline, heal, and then just start storing the points when I'm back as a monk. Yeah, so my persuasion checks might hurt a bit. Maybe not. Then again, it's just beginning of the module since you start at level 1. And let me go ahead and grab the weapon focus and this weapon right here. I get to do a little bit more damage, which is great news. So once I'm done leveling, there's the Tree of Life. The Night Hag will appear again to help you out. you definitely want to listen in on this. So let's go ahead and just interact with this tree ASAP.
You feel the air about you shift and change. It feels electric somehow. Through the door before you lies the Filcher's Labyrinth. It is a part of the barrier I spoke of earlier, a final bulwark against lost souls. The Filchers are mindless denizens of the barrier. They pose no threat to you save their insatiable curiosity and greed. If they draw close to you, they will attempt to steal your belongings. You may attempt to fight them off or retrieve your belongings from their treasure piles. If you destroy the Filchers, however, more will arrive. They will pursue you for as long as you wander the barrier. You are lucky. Only one Filcher is present now. Word of your passage through the barrier will spread, however, and more will be waiting for you each time you traverse this path. Be aware, too, that the barrier is a constantly shifting place. What the Filchers steal from you today may be long gone when next you return. Leave behind only what you are willing to never see again. Now pass through the door and enter the barrier. I will be waiting for you at the end of the labyrinth. They will not be able to reach you there. Good luck.
Now, in order to get out the Plane of Sorrows, you have to go through this little mini maze thing. Now, these ghost-like creatures, you do not, I repeat, do not want them to touch you. If they touch you, they'll steal some treasure, and they'll put it in one of these piles here. Now, when you first go here, there's only one of them. Later on, they multiply like rats, so do be careful. And if you need to die at some point, either by accident or on purpose, yeah, we're going to talk about the purpose part later on. And this is technically a death I just went through right now, so that's death number 2 in the video. So we made it to the door, so all we need to do is interact with the Night Hag, and we talked to her, then we're out of here ASAP. Let me go ahead and close the door. There we go, it's now safe to talk.
The Night Hag stands before you, wreathed in unearthly mists. Behind her, a shattered bridge crumbles slowly into the void. You realize that you are shivering with the cold.
Now we're officially back at the land of the living, so we're going to have to interact with the Night Hag and tell her what went on in the Plane of Sorrows.
A sad smile on her pale green face, the Night Hag watches you approach. She waits for you to speak, her delicate fingers brushing back and forth across a knot in the table's wooden surface.
Now, you do see the Night Hag shop. Well, guess what, everyone? This is one of the best shops up to this point. Now, you get to buy and sell stuff here at a pretty decent price. Oops, on that. So, there is one important item to buy. It's called Nightshade. You're saying, wait a second. Is it Nightshade poisonous? You could die from it? Oh, yes. In this module, you can. You want to die on purpose from time to time. You just got to remember to count your deaths, of course. So, get to a certain area. You're stuck. You need to go into the Plane of Sorrows. Well, guess what? Get your Nightshade, put in your hotbar, use it, you die peacefully, and you get to the Plane of Sorrows and get something from there. Or at least to get some more advancements in the story. It's a very good way to die. It's much more better than, say, dying against some zombies or goblins or kobolds, for instance. Yeah, you definitely want to do that. So what I'm doing right now is still buying and selling, so I'm going to let this go on for a little bit, then I'll skip to the part where I buy the Nightshade. Yes, get about 2 or 3 of them, and you should be alright. Now, I am done selling some junk, so you definitely want to buy what I'm going to buy too, so let me get to the tab. Unfortunately, it looks like there's no potions, at least there's scrolls for you. That's good. Wands too. And materials you get to craft too, unless that's I put there on purpose. So let me go ahead and grab that for 21 pieces of gold. Now I made a nice profit thanks to looting the battlefield. Yeah, thanks for that. This is, like I'm going to say it once again, better than Rag Picker's shop. Yeah, she was a ripoff. That was 1 piece of gold per item. Some of the items I sold were actually more than 1 piece of gold, which is a good thing. So I am all finished. If I wanted to, I could have bought more of those healing kits, but I'm going to save some money for now. So this way I show you some of the rust weapons I definitely upgraded on. So we're back at the Mountain Cemetery. Now, if you interact with the birdcage with the feather thing that I looted earlier inside the Night Hag's house, you'll get up there. You'll control the statues to attack the kobolds. I'm not going to do that since I'm going to get some experience points. Just juice it out a little bit. So let's go ahead and kill this one. Now, that wasn't bad at all. That was a really fun fight to interact with. And okay, nothing much there. Looks like I can't use it. And besides, looks like it's small races too. So there's a cave up ahead. This is the same cave I died in. This time it's going to be the other side I was trying to reach to. Yeah, I tried to get the Mountain Cemetery this way and it failed. But for now, let's go ahead and go inside. Now, that wasn't bad at all. That was really fun. And yeah, unfortunately, this mall thing or this stone thing that's really eerie does absolutely nothing. Yeah, at one point, I think the creators of the module wanted to do something with it. And then I said, nah. But oh well, I'm going to not explore the rest of this cave. I feel like that was good enough. Let's go ahead and grab that. Some rags and get out of here. Now, at the gate will be some kobolds. If you want to save your game at this point, I felt like it was a great idea just to go through since I'm a monk / fighter. Yeah, I have 1 fire level still. I'm just using that for the feats. So I'm going to go ahead and lure 2 there since my stealth check failed. I'll return when the battles are done.
For honor and glory!
Now, if you would have used the statues, you would have got a chance of not getting experience points at all. But I decided to just go ahead and fight them. I'm going to go ahead and enter this door. Now, I am at the Southern Pass. I believe that's what it's called. Let me confirm it. Okay, it's the Southern Pass. So here's a recap for this video. Now, what I did was I show you all what happens when you die before visiting the Night Hag. After that, explore the mountain cemetery, grab some rusted weapons, kick some more butt there. Then visit the Night Hag, got some wealth of information, some items, and it went into the Plane of Sorrows to show you all the second death system in the game that carries on from that point to the end of the module. After all that, I did was I clear out the rest of the mountain cemetery area of kobolds, and of course I arrived here at the Southern Pass area. Next, the Witch's Wake video, we're gonna go ahead and do some more exploring. Well, everyone, that's it for my Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition Witch's Wake Part 2 video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Don't forget to hit the like button and the bell on the top of your screen. If you enjoy my videos, watch the one I suggested on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion of my videos on the bottom left hand corner. Thank you for watching, everyone.